Welcome to episode 8.
Are we already at tripod time, are we?
I think 8 in, yes. This is absolutely insane. So, back to a tiny little bit of carving. Let the dust fly. This is pretty much, apart from a little bit of sanding and stuff, this is pretty much the last of this sort of work. From now on it gets a little bit cleaner. Which is a good thing for my lungs, to be honest. This sander from Triton is a bit of a beast. It's more industrial than Luthier, but by gum, when it wants to eat through wood, it eats through wood, and it can be surprisingly delicate, much like the angle grinder actually. So yeah, you're able to do some pretty awesome carving with it. The Merker, though, is much more ergonomic and lighter, and yeah, just a little bit more flexible. This particular Merker, we can actually change the pad size to the smaller 125mm pads rather than the 150mm that we've got on at the moment, which does mean you end up buying twice as many pads, but you can get into tighter spaces. The problem when sanding a neck like this is you tend to sand facets and faces into it, or onto it. And that doesn't feel particularly comfortable as a musician. So yeah, you always have to go back afterwards and hand sand or hand file to get rid of those things. I am in a huge rush here though, so well, understandably. Three hours, 34 minutes, 42 seconds. At this stage, I'm rushing and out of breath, which is indicative of poor level of fitness. What have you been doing for the last 15 years, Ben? Learning how to build guitars. So, this is the StewMac. Can't believe I'm advertising a StewMac tool again. We're going to make one day. As well as having the scale length marked on it, it does have dot positions, and it has dot positions up to a certain point. Anyway, it is quick and easy.
Thank you very much. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Always triple check the position of the side dots, or the dots of any sort. Wow. So Sean has just provided me with a caffeinated beverage. I think, and I'm going to preface this by saying that I do not drink very much at all, like maybe a unit a month, if that. However, I think we should do a guitar build one day, and the build as a drinking game and every time I make a mistake or something, or figure out the rules, I have to take a shot of something, and also at the same point lose a sharp tool,
Yes.
and we see how far we can go. Or not. Maybe that's a
We're
bad
accurate.
idea. Let's forget I said that. Actually, that's a really bad idea. How about we build a cardboard guitar? That hasn't been done before, has it? Or has it? Let's do another one. Let's see how easy it actually is to do. So here we are, side dots being drilled in. It's a standard 2mm drill bit, and I'm using one of my favorite tools of all time, actually. This is a very early...
I absolutely love that I'm using a drill made in the 1880s or 1890s
There we go.
to build a bloody electric guitar.
Rock and roll.
Sorry?
There's Sean trying to win the pool by putting me off. Imagine what the people who built that drill would think if they saw just my workshop, let alone an electric guitar being played. It's just amazing. I absolutely love old tools.
Just marking on that hook. You saw that hook up. Oh, come on.
So, a dab of super glue just on the edge of the bench somewhere. Try not to stab yourself, Ben.
No.
I think at some point I've sprayed accelerator into the top of that into the top of that super glue, which is a bad thing to do, really. Not working. At one point I incurred the wrath of Christopher, and I came back after a weekend to find that he had
Finally.
wadded up tissue paper inside the lid of every single glue pot that I had, which then solidified. It was well played, very well played. So the side dots are just little plastic rods, which is a good thing, because this is actually fairly easy to do. Would be better if they came in longer rods, though. Come on, all parts. There used to be longer rods. I nearly did it. I could just have done one more side dot there. Maybe. Anyway, so now there's a dot of super glue there to casually rest my hand on at some point by mistake. You can't, don't do that. Ha! Seriously. There we go. That should hopefully... What? Thinking time. Sustenance. As fast as humanly possible. I don't normally shove that much pizza in my mouth. Ah, crikey. So the super glue is cured using a fretboard leveling file, which is a much coarser file to get rid of the excess. in the good old leveling bin, all the while holding and cherishing a piece of pizza. Life doesn't get better. Tidy up as you go. I do feel rather awkward eating on camera. I must apologise. We considered scheduling the day to actually have an hour break in between, but I just felt that would be against the whole ethos of the thing, really. You've got a 6-hour build, you start and you just do the whole thing. Who cares about sustenance and diet and food and stuff? It's entertainment. What can I do? Comments below. Tell us what you want to see us do next. What's the next crazy build that you want? Or not crazy build. You know, we need questions, we need topics for miniatorial videos, for small tutorials, for big tutorials. You know, is there anything you want? We need questions for the Q&A type videos. Let us know. What the hell, are you doing a damn inlay? I'm pretty sure at the beginning of this video I said we're not going to do any inlays or anything that's going to take time away from actually completing the build. And here we are doing a custom inlay. A custom rectangular inlay in a particularly soft, easy to work material, but still. You'll notice I have forgotten how to talk as well. Snap. I can see into the future.
Poo. Oh, poo.
Double poo. There's two of us. Alright. So.
Remember the trouble I had with this last time?
I truly do. Last time, Charlie, a former apprentice, who's now off at university actually, having completed his apprenticeship, he had taken my nice set of saw blades for something, probably an inlay for a girlfriend at the time. And yeah, I couldn't find the good saw blades and I kept on snapping them. And that's the whole reason why I failed the last thing. It's all Charlie's fault. We need to... Yeah, I'm going to write him a letter.
No, that just snapped as well.
The thought process behind this.
Last attempt.
I really don't like plain fretboards. I feel the dot inlays are best saved for...
Before we give up on the idea of having an inlay at all.
For a 3-hour guitar.
Because I really shouldn't do an inlay.
No, you shouldn't do an inlay. This is time that could be spent completing the guitar. Where are we? Well over halfway now. Three hours, 45 minutes.
Oh, what a shit blade.
That's your language. The blade is so terrible that I'm having to hold the saw at 45 degrees to the direction I'm actually trying to cut, which doesn't bode well. It didn't snap though. So this material is it's sold as a composite stone, lapis lazuli or something like that. I've had it for years, and I think what it actually is that, you know, that putty that you can buy and cook in your oven at home. I think it's that sort of stuff mixed together, cooked and then cut into slabs. There you go, top tip. Not necessarily that stuff, something similar. Always change the blade. Seriously.
Do you know what? Kind of messed up there. I can do that while the neck is gluing on.
I could have done all
Totally
of that
forgot
while
about
the neck was
that. Ooh, coffee.
going on. The important things in life. Coffee and glue. There's a lot of glue coming out there. Yes, I'm wasting a lot right now. I normally put it straight back in the pot, but in this case, I will forgive myself.
Oh, I've also completely forgotten something else I had planned.
Yeah, no time. Don't dance.
We're good. Okay. So, the question is, what am I going to be working on more? Fine. Nope.
We have, after all, just sanded rather a lot of this guitar, and we don't want to put too many dents in if we can help it. So that's that radiused clamping call again, and just a flat clamping
And
call.
actually, again, nope. Because I do want to do that inlay. So,
The shaft of the clamp, the main body of the clamp,
Yeah.
was where I wanted to stand while doing the inlay. So yeah, that wouldn't help at all.
let's have a look.
Do appear to be putting rather too much pressure on that. There is such a thing as putting too much pressure. What it can do is push too much glue out or through into the wood and actually starve a glue joint. It's not necessary to white knuckle it.
All my nice clamps are gone. All my nice ones are gone.
Rosewood clamping core, too big. So what's happened is by pushing the pressure, the clamp down, it's also slightly twisted the neck off center and opened up a little gap on the upper bout there. So yeah, we have to apply some lateral pressure.
Okay, that will definitely do it. Except for one fact, I kind of still want to do that inlay.
This is something that actually happens quite a lot in a guitar build.
And there we have it. Okay.
Nice. Smiley. Why are you smiling? Long way to go.
This is insane.
Oh,
That was an impressive battery change.
quick jump cut.
All right, where's my knife? Okay, this is all a little bit much now. I need to clear some space. What are you thinking, James? What's that?
Well, he was just saying make the sounding faces, and I said I don't need to make the faces. Yeah, ask him. And then you did.
And then I did.
Any comments, James? Nobody can hear what I'm saying.
Nobody can hear what you're saying because you're talking like Christopher for a change. It's straight. James is checking to see how accurate my fret slots are.
James is 100% quality control.
At some point, you just give up on being tidy and just chuck it in the corner.
I just put a load of things on top of that green thing and then moved them somewhere else. That green thing. Air cleaner.
Whoops, I just tripped over your audio. That's still recording, that's all right. Okay, that's just unhooked some audio.
3 hours, 54 minutes now.
It has, yes. Which one?
I look like I've got some bad fake tan.
Hello. Sorry about that. I tripped over something and lost audio. In that split second, 4 hours have passed and the gremlins have come and built the guitar. Where are we? 3:54. Okay. That's pretty much that's a good place to have done that now. Back on my bench. Wow, they're all my bench. Back on my main bench. Bring the guitar over. And kind of want to wedge something under there. No. Okay, there's going to have to be some sanding at some point.
So remember, we've got a sharp scalpel blade, and it's just a simple case of marking around the inlay. Hopefully it's in the right place. Nearly 4 hours. Nearly 2/3 of the way through. This is insane. Whoops.
That wasn't supposed to be on.
No shit.
Could you unplug this extension and plug it into a different plug? It's plugged currently into the extension on that.
I'm not sure any of that made sense.
So follow the extension lead that's plugged into the extension lead.
What the hell are you talking about then?
It's the black one. Right next, closest to your hand. That's it. Cool. No, just plug it into one of those plugs.
We had power issues.
Awesome, thank you.
Lots of things charging. And, I was plugged into an extension that was plugged into an auto start extraction device. It wasn't actually required for that little machine, obviously. So, there we go.
I'm feeling pretty good about this. Don't know why.
because it's going quite well. So the real reason for this inlay is I have probably an hour, at minimum an hour, while the neck is gluing up, and I have to find things to do during that time. Now, I'm not planning on having a volume control or wiring loom or anything like that. If I was doing the 9-hour build over again, I would do the wiring at this stage. And I'm going to do some fret work and the like, but I was worried that I was going to run out of things to do while waiting for glue to dry, and twiddle my thumbs, I shall not. I could have made a much smaller clamping core and given myself more access to the body. I could potentially have fine sanded the body again, sorted out some edges and stuff, but that's stuff that doesn't necessarily need to be done in order to make a playable guitar, shall we say. So, yeah, fun times.
I have chosen basically the simplest possible inlay.
Except it's geometric.
That's not true in the slightest. Isn't the dot a... Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Ha, fool. What makes me feel even more foolish is that it took me a good 10-15 seconds to realise that what I'd said was actually rather dim. Anyway, geometric shapes are actually rather difficult to inlay, or at least create. Try making an actual circle by hand. Try making an 8-pointed star. I remember having to make an 8-pointed star once without the aid of Google. Absolute nightmare. So, cut to cut. Vacate the excess. Once again, use my nice sharp Ashley Isles fantastic chisel as a scraper. The one problem with this material is it does like to crack and shatter, so if you try and push it into something that's a little bit too tight, you might end up breaking it. And that would just be bad. It kind of looks like a world map or something. I like that. That's an idea for an actual inlay. Let's make a little miniature world map, blue and green. That would be fun.
Oh, okay. Actually, it's time for us to change cameras.
It is indeed.
Okay, so we are 4 hours in. I have got 2 hours left to complete this guitar, and I think I might be able to do it. So, well, thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe and all that jazz, please. Thank you very much. And I would really appreciate it if you would support our Patreon, because that does help keep these videos coming. And yeah, it's all good. We're going to change camera, people, and I will see you on the next episode. Goodbye. Wish me luck.
Good luck.